Amanda here from Create Your Future. For those of you guys that are new here, I am a neurolinguistic programming practitioner, hypnotherapist, EFT practitioner, and a certified life coach. And on my channel, my YouTube channel, I talk about how to manifest things. Today I'm answering a subscriber's question on how to act as if when your reality isn't showing you what you want. So it's important to understand that your current reality is just a reflection of your previous thoughts, okay? So even though you don't like what's showing up in your reality right now, it is still your manifestation, okay? So you start to shift it in the 4D. You're doing your mental diet, you're not reacting, you're living from the end. But there's the key right there. How do you act in the 3D is you don't react, okay? You respect it. So let's say, for instance, you're manifesting $1 million. You still have to live within your means now. You can't spend money like a millionaire. Well, I mean, you can if you want, but if you rack up all those credit card debts, spending money like you've got $1 million, it may end up causing you more anxiety. Or let's say, for instance, you're just like, you're friends with your specific person, but you want it to turn into a committed relationship. You can't start acting like you're in a committed relationship with them. They're probably going to think you're a bit crazy. Yeah, so, you respect what you have and you stay the course in your mind. Okay. So like, for instance, let's say you're dating somebody and they don't want to move in with you, and you're hanging out with them because you're dating and they're looking at condos for themselves. So acting as if in the 3D would not be spazzing out and freaking out, reacting to them because, they're being selfish and they're not, looking for a place with you and they've rejected you. It would be going, okay, no problem. I understand you just want to date. I understand you're not ready to move in with me, and continuing on the course, in your mind while, continuing on with your, dating the person. Okay. Because your reactions and your assumptions of your situation is basically got to be in line with what you want. Okay. So if you believe this person wanted to be in a committed relationship with you at some point, you wouldn't be freaking out when they said they didn't want to move in with you yet and thinking, oh, that's it. Friends with benefits. They're using me. Okay. So that's how you would act as if in your 3D reality. And it's always different for everybody. So, you can always book with one of our coaches to see what works for you. The other thing is, like, what do you say when people are talking and asking you about your 3D reality? Well, there's so many different things that you can say. One thing sometimes I say is that I just don't want to talk about that right now. It really depends on what your situation is and what you're comfortable with. Drop me a question if you'd like me to answer it. We'll see you in the next video.